So now we know the fight will be early December. It will be Tyson Fury up against Anthony Joshua, the one we have been waiting for. Tyson Fury's UK promoter Frank Warren joins us live. Frank, is it done? Is the thing signed at last?
It isn't signed, and the contracts are on their way. And as I said to you this morning, Jim, before I came on, I'm not going to be going into great detail about this because we saw that happen last time round where people were making statements and so forth, and it all fell apart. And this fight won't be on until it's signed. Everybody wants it to happen. There aren't any obstacles in the way, so hopefully very quickly we can get it over the line. But until it's signed, it's not on.
So when do you expect the thing to be signed? I mean, are we talking a matter of hours? What are we talking about, Frank?
You know, it's not in a matter of hours, Jim. Lawyers are involved, and lawyers have got to sign it. There's broadcasters involved. There's a lot of facets to this to get it over the line. But everybody involved wants it to happen. There's been an offer which couldn't be refused. As I said to you was it last week or whenever it was, that we'd make an offer, and they've accepted a great offer. So, you know, the basis of the deal, you know, which is probably, you know, the 90% of what counts in the deal is okay, and the other 10% we just got to sort out.
Is there, I mean, Frank, obviously the situation last time around was slightly different because Tyson was contracted to fight Deontay Wilder, and there was an arbitration that forced him to do so. So that was really the reason why that last fight broke down. Is there any reason?
Everybody was saying it was on, though, Simon, last time. And I wasn't, and I said it's not on. I knew there was an arbitration, and why don't everybody?
Yeah, I remember. I said the same thing to you, Frank. I said I don't understand how there can be an understanding that it'll be on if there's a potential jeopardy to it. But anyway, that's then. This is now, and now, if we're to reverse the question, because I know that you don't want to be drawn on certain things, but let's reverse the question: is there any reason that you can see why this fight cannot now be made?
No.
So there we go. And I think Eddie Hearn, from AJ's camp point of view, is of a similar mind. This was Eddie across in the US.
Look, we had an offer for the fight. We weren't happy with all the terms. We tried to negotiate those terms, and we were told there is no negotiation. Take it or leave it, and we took it. We expect to receive a contract in the next couple of days, and hopefully we can move forward with a fight. You know, there's no reason not to now. The key terms are agreed. Obviously, there's broadcaster situations to sort out, which at the moment is all extremely positive. So, fingers crossed. I'm not going to go too deeply into it and not start he said, she said, because at the moment, you know, we're in a good place. You know, we've already signed for this fight previously. People talk about, does AJ want this fight? People need to realise AJ has never backed down from a fight. He signed for this fight before. He's accepted the fight again now. So, we have to receive a contract first. That's the first thing. But generally, you know, if they really want the fight will get made. He's all in.
He's all in. So there we are, Frank. There should be no degree of nervousness about a signature, should there?
I'm not nervous at all. You know, for once, we're all on the same page.
So, Frank, let's just recap on the details. This is likely to be a DAZN BT Sport pay-per-view product, and at Cardiff.
Well, BT and again, I don't want to get too many, but BT are obviously they're the
broadcaster for you guys, yeah,
of the world champions.
Yeah,
so, of course. So they'll get their heads together because they've got to sort their stuff out, and hopefully they'll do so because there's a great will here by everybody to make this happen, and I think it will happen. But until it's signed, you know. I mean, it's like saying, you know, it's like the last day of the transfer season. You know, this player's going to Arsenal and then he goes and signs for another club. Until you got it signed, you haven't got nothing.
You must be quite excited though, Frank, because, I mean, the one thing that could have stopped this fight from happening probably is a derisory offer, and an offer that gave them an excuse not to make the fight. You and Tyson have come to a commercial discussion that brings in 60-40, so you take away the resistance, you take away Eddie Hearn being able to play hard and fast with the truth. So you're now making a fight happen that most people want to see, aren't you?
Exactly. I mean, we could have gone in with, you know, with different percentages, splits, but we thought let's just cut through it. And Tyson was very, very, very very firm about it.
What's that, Laurie, Frank?
No, it's hang on, it's Eddie.
Excellent.
Frank, was
was
there
he
ever?
backing up?
Can I just ask you,
Right.
Frank, was there ever any contention over the actual date? Because I remember initially there was talk of them wanting middle to late on. Was it middle December? Because is it early? I think Tyson was on last week saying the 3rd, wasn't he?
Well, we were originally talking about doing it on the 12th because he wanted to be out quickly, but he said he didn't want to fight till December, so it's the fight would take place in December now.
I mean, Frank, since this came into the conversation since last week, what's it been like in your world? I mean, the conversations that we've been having involve people who are extremely optimistic and as well as that, massively excited about this fight getting staged at last.
Well, listen, you're a promoter. You're an optimist. That's what you do. You're in the business of trying to make things happen, make events happen. So we're all excited about it. Very much. I'm excited about it as a fight because I always felt that Tyson has the beating of AJ, and now we're going to find out. If we get this over the line, then we'll find out. But everyone I'm talking to, I was in a restaurant yesterday, and everybody in there was saying, now, when's it on? We want tickets and so forth. I mean, it's going to be the hottest ticket out there. There's no doubt about that. It's a huge fight. I think it's a much bigger fight than Dillian White. And as I say, we want to get, we just want to make it work for everybody.
I mean, you've made some big fights in your time, Frank. Is this the biggest?
I think this will be the biggest domestic fight by far. Tyson, AJ's, he's been involved in some very big box office events, and Tyson's now, his last one, he broke all records. So now you got the two of them together. It has all the ingredients of being a massive, which it will be, a massive event, massive box office, and I think it's going to be a great fight. And I think it will be a great fight because there is a natural rivalry between them. And as we always know, these all domestic clashes are always spicy, and they always deliver as being a great fight.
We never believed Tyson, did we, Simon? When he said it, that was it. After Dillian White, that was it. It was all over. I mean, to be honest with us now, Frank, after he beat Dillian White, did you ever envisage this being the next one?
No, I didn't. I've got to be honest, I didn't. I knew he'd fight. I always felt he'd fight because Tyson, he is what he is. He's a fighting man, and if he's in the gym all the time, I mean, he keeps himself really well. He doesn't get out of condition, and I know I believe his mentality is, I'm in the gym. I need something to aim for, and what do I aim for if I'm the world champion? I'm a boxer. It's a fight, and that's where it was. And he made it very clear to me a couple of weeks ago. I want to fight, and we were talking about a couple of opponents, and we were getting quite close to announcing something, and then we had this conversation, and he just said, "Make that happen."
Excellent.
So we're going to make it happen.
You're going to make it happen. Do me a favour, Frank. The next time you come in, and you'll come in here very soon, I'm sure you will you bring the signed contract with you so we can see it? We can see it.
I'm going to bring it in there with the belt I promised Simon, so he can't say to me, I keep making promises.
Brilliant. Frank, we look forward to it. Thank you so much. So it's on.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.